Hello guys, Dead Spikes here. I am coming at you with my second Minecraft Hardcore series video. I'm quite excited. We survived another 30 days. I'm going to be going over all of the next 30 days. I'm really enjoying this series so far. I hope you guys are as well. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. What can we do here? We spend day 31, the first day of this set, finishing our second bowl on our sugarcane farm to funnel the rest of the sugarcane in. I was noticing that this side was having the sugarcane fall off the sides too, so I needed to make a bowl to make it all funnel down. Day 32, we had an overpopulation of cows, so we decided to do some murdering. I learned that sword was not the way to go when killing cows, because you AoE kill them and you can kill the babies at the same time, which is kind of a problem. I like to breed before murdering, that way they regrow a lot faster. Day 33 was just spent mining. We needed more diamonds to make an enchanted table and maybe some more diamond tools. I know you couldn't guess it, but day 34 was spent just mining as well. We needed diamonds and we couldn't find them on 33, so we just kept trying and trying, and thankfully all this iron helped out a lot too for some mechanics in the future. And finally, towards the end of day 34, I did run into some diamonds. I'm quite thankful. I had no idea how much was there. I was a little bit scared because I only saw one, but it did expand into more, thankfully. Which this sets up a whole chain reaction of the next few days. I believe we have 5 here. Looks like 4. Yeah, we get 4 diamonds here. Day 35 started fairly strong. My first enchantment went to a pickaxe, and it was pretty much perfect. I don't think you can ask for a better first upgrade right there. The rest of day 35, it was spent mostly landscaping to make a bigger area around our farm and houses. 36 was spent more landscaping, placing all the dirt that we took out from that mound over there and making a bigger area around us. And yet again, 37, more and more landscaping. I really want a large area to live in over here. The end of 37, we went hunting a little bit. I needed experience to be able to enchant again, so we went around hunting some stuff. Mostly just creepers, spiders, and zombies. A few skeletons here and there, and I don't think there was a whole lot of slimes. Day 38, we started pretty strong. We made a shovel, and we went and enchanted it right away. I was pretty impressed by this enchantment as well. I got lucky twice, to be honest. Perfect. I don't know really what else you want to look for on a shovel. 38, we spent landscaping more and more and more. But luckily we have this upgraded shovel, so it does make the process faster. I was quite happy I was able to get such a good tool. I ran around and I found my original bed, which is funny because I lost it. And we also saw a cat the stream had fell in love with. So we ended up taming the cat. I put a poll on the stream to name the cat. We went fishing a little bit just to be able to tame this cat. Do not have a whole lot of experience taming these things, but I guess you kind of have to creep up on them. It was kind of a pain to be able to get him. Especially when it's all over all these different levels and it's hard to crouch and move at the same time. And we tamed our kitty. After taming our kitty, we started putting up a wall while I had a poll going for what we should name our kitty. This was one of the reasons that we built this whole area and started landscaping so much, is so we could put a wall around us to make our location safer. And finally, we named the kitty Oliver. He's a very beautiful kitty, and I'm glad I finally have a friend here. At night, we tested the wall a little bit. And we were able to see where the dark spots were in our area. It was nice, and it looks like it's doing its job fairly well. On day 40, we start the construction of the storage building. This was the other big reason I wanted to build a larger area. I was starting to run out of storage room and stuff was not organized. So we wanted to make this storage room. Day 41, we went to the nether to try to find some soul sand. It was quite a journey, and I was quite scared. Finally found some soul sand after digging through a big mound of netherrack. Day 42, we start mining a buttload of sand because you could never have enough glass. Well, I can anyway. I absolutely love glass for almost everything I make. We got a little bit of glass, almost a whole roll worth. A lot of day 42 was spent clear cutting the woods because I hate having trees. It is quite a hazard, especially when they are swamp trees because they have those vines which can mess up your fighting. Day 43, we're still working on our storage house. I'm trying to learn how to set up a water elevator a little bit. It's different on Java from Bedrock. Not too much different, but it is a little bit different. After learning how to set it up, we start organizing. As you can see, I have chests all over. I hope to have item frames on them at some point, but currently we do not. Day 44 was also spent just organizing and doing a little bit more landscaping. Day 45, we start to make our bigger scale garden. This is about a medium scale one, I would say. I'm sure I will be making a bigger one later on, but currently this is the one I am making. It is about 4 blocks wide and I believe 22 blocks long. I set up dispensers on the end. I've never set up a farm like this before, so this is my first time, but I got a few tips on how to use dispensers, so I tried it out. And cool enough, you can put water buckets in them and they will just shoot water out. And they'll suck it back up if you hit the button again. Very convenient. Day 46, we're still working on the farm. We have 2 crops already going. We have enough dispensers for 2 lines. Sadly, we did not have enough bows and string to make more dispensers. So we're slowly working our way up to having more farms. We're just going to need to do more grinding in the night. Day 48, we went on quite a extensive mining journey, collecting a lot of iron, collecting a lot of coal, and redstone. Did get 17 diamonds there too, which you can see. The biggest reason we came down here is because our iron armor was breaking, so we needed to make some diamond armor. And as you can see, I was able to achieve a full suit of diamond armor. A lot of skeletons we had to deal with. Day 49 was also spent just mining my life away, grabbing lots and lots of iron. Can never have enough of that stuff. We had quite a strange incident happen with an Enderman up here, you will see. He was in my mine, and I mean, I could have left him alone, but I was like, I'll just mess him up a little bit. Showing me that you own this bitch or what? Don't worry, I ain't fucking with you, man. And there he is, just creeping in that corner. I pull out my axe, I beat him up a little bit, and I accidentally hit him into the portal. I did not know what happens here. Does he aggro on the other side when I go through, or is he passive? Chat was very keen to thinking that he was going to be mad when I went through. I finally went through, and he actually was passive, but I just ended up killing him anyway. I'm surprised he didn't go back through again. That would have been quite annoying. Day 50 is the start of me working on my spawner. I don't know if you remember, but when I made my tunnel down to start mining, I came across a spawner on accident. I left this spawner alone up until this point, but now I figured since I started enchanting, I will need the experience, so I started working on it. If you've never made one of these before, you just gotta kind of make a big room around it and make some water tricks to shoot them all into one block so you can hit them easier. Day 51, we are still working on our zombie farm. I went to creative and tested how many blocks they need to drop. So they are 1 hit, and I set up my tunnel. The way I like to set these up is I use that soul sand elevator I set up earlier to make them come up here, and then they will drop onto this little block that I do. There won't be water there normally, obviously, and they'll take some damage and easy to kill. Day 52, we are on the end of our spawner. We have it all set up, ready to go. We're setting up our water right now to make it so we can start farming it. A cool little trick, if you would like to make water source blocks, you can use kelp to make them. That's what I had to use above the soul sand to set up the spawner. On bedrock, water above soul sand will just make itself a water source block, but on Java it does not work that way, so I needed to learn. Someone in my chat taught me how to make source blocks with kelp. Very useful knowledge. We have this all set up and ready to rock. I set up a dispenser up here to be able to make drowns. I was hoping I was able to farm some of the shells that you need to make a conduit. After waiting a little bit, the zombies come down into the slot that I pushed them into, and they turn into a drowned because they drown to death. I wait until they start killing each other from having too many entities in one block. I turn off the water, and I will just use a sword to absolutely decimate them. Sadly, no shells did come out of this farm. I'm not sure why. Maybe if you make drowned, they cannot produce shells. But this does not look like a viable method of farming them. Still an extremely good experience farm, so I am glad I did take the time to set it up. Swords in Java are really amazing to use for this just because they do that AoE damage. So much nicer. Day 53, of course, was spent just farming the spawner for more and more experience for enchanting. We enchanted a lot of books until we saw a good sword enchantment, and we found looting 3 for our sword. I was pretty impressed. That's something I definitely wanted. When I enchanted it, I ended up getting a really crazy enchantment, getting all 5 very good abilities. Sadly, it was smite rather than sharpness, but still an amazing sword nonetheless. Day 54, we head over to our nearby village and we're starting to set it up. With all these enchantments, I figured I'm going to start needing mending, so I wanted to set up a little bit of trading over here. I trapped my first villager. You can see right here, I played around with him a lot. Again, I'm not too comfortable with Java, so I wasn't sure on why the job site wasn't working. After a little bit of researching, I figured out he's called a nitwit, which means he cannot get a job. So I spent quite a long time trying to get this dude to work for me, and he just simply cannot. We trapped our second villager, and we made him a librarian and found our mending. Day 57, we took out our wheat farm we had around our house. I was not sure on how to unhole the ground, so I had to do this very tedious process of jumping on each block. If someone in the comments would like to tell me a faster way, that would be quite appreciated. I am starting to feel quite wealthy with all of this iron, gold, and diamonds I am accruing. Day 57, I'm back at the spawner farming some more zombies. I'm getting really annoyed of them spawning on top of the spawner, so I had to build out and put a column on top of it to prevent that. Set up a little kill hole on the other side. This experience is very nice. Day 58 is just spent farming the spawner more and more. I set up these iron doors to try to prevent the zombies from getting at me or any mobs that come up the stairs. And look at that zombie. He just spawns from the spawner up here. I'm not sure if it has something to do with me putting up the iron doors, but I was quite annoyed that somehow he did get up here. Day 59, we come over to our garden and we are going to test out some of the automatic features of it. I set up little reservoirs on the bottom to catch all of the plants. That wheat farm was not done enough for me. And as you can see, it just broke all of the plants and they all funnel into the hopper. And I could just simply jump down and grab all of the plants that come down. They all go into the hoppers. I re-rolled my villager a little bit to try to make a cheaper mending sale. And there we go. We found 12 emerald mending. I feel like that is pretty close to the cheapest you could probably find. I find some farmer villagers and trade with them all of the crops I have been getting from my automatic farm. And now we are able to purchase some mending books. That's pretty awesome. I've never had mending this early in a server. So now that we have mending, we get to upgrade our tools. I chose to do my shovel since it is already pretty broken, and also my pickaxe. What do you do after you get mending on your pickaxe? You go down and mine and you try to repair it. So I got as much coal and redstone as I possibly can to try to repair this pickaxe back up. While going down and mining, we found a buttload of diamonds. It was pretty cool. We're getting to the point where diamonds really don't do a whole lot, but they are nice to have. I really do hate these ravines, trying to deal with all the water and everything. I kept having a lot of mobs shooting at me, falling all over and such. Want to see the biggest jump scare of my life? Right there. I don't know how I didn't die, to be honest. A creeper jumped down and instantly blew up. And if you have never played with creepers, creepers have a chance to instantly kill you if they blow up that close. So I am quite thankful. That will end it for this 30-day episode of my server, my hardcore world. We survived another 30 days. We are at day 60. If you enjoyed this series, please give me a thumbs up and please leave a comment on what you would like to see in the future. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for some more of these videos. I will see you guys in the next video on this series. Spikes out.